Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Welcome back to Tang Airline Flight 1990. Let's clock in. I hope all the Platinum Premier Plus members are rocking their gym shoes today. We are walking the strip of Las Vegas. But before we do that, since there is daylight, we should check out this one place first before it gets dark. Welcome to the Hoover Dam. We had to see this place in person just before the sunset. You know, it's a clear day. And I figured, let's go ahead and check out the Hoover Dam before it gets dark, you know? When it gets dark, that's where we're going to check out the Las Vegas Strip. But until then, let's go make a quick stop here at the Hoover Dam. We have the exclusive look here at Tang Airline here. And what is this over here? Oh, is a piece of grass. I thought it was a dead animal. But guys, let me just step in here. This is the Hoover Dam here. The Hoover Dam is 1,244 feet long and 726 feet tall. It is slightly shorter than the Empire State Building. Just for you guys to put in perspective here. But as we're looking down here, we're 700 feet above. And this is the Hoover Dam. It used to be the world's tallest dam. Currently, it is the second tallest in the US. Now, I've been to the Hoover Dam in person before. We're only like an hour away from Las Vegas, you know? So one reason for the Hoover Dam is to control the flooding of the Colorado River. And it also produces a hydroelectric which power millions of residents around or nearby the area. The dam here was built between 1930 and 1936. While the dam was being built, about 138 workers died. Yep. Look at this side is when we stand here, we don't see much over here. So there was a city nearby the Hoover Dam called the Boulder City. That city exists after the Hoover Dam. Originally that city was there to house all the construction worker to build the dam. Now that the dam is built, now Boulder City is officially a pretty big city now with thousands of residential houses and residents there. And it became a city until 1960, 30 years after the dam was being built. And to think that if it weren't for the dam, that city wouldn't exist, you know? That is the Hoover Dam, guys. Take a good look at it one more time before we head to the strip. Welcome to the Stratosphere. It's great to see all the Platinum Premier Plus members joining us here again. I know it was a long trip from the Hoover Dam to here, but glad to see you guys here. And here's our first stop here is the Stratosphere. Holds the title as the tallest observation tower in the United States. And it is the second tallest freestanding tower structure west of the Mississippi River. Right here is the height of 1,149 feet. So the height of this one, you know, like I mentioned, is 1,149 feet. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but we did the Chicago tour, the 875 North Michigan Avenue, which is the John Hancock. This tower here is taller than the John Hancock by a little over, like by 21 feet. Here is the observatory deck right here. Only an exclusive view from Tang Airline, guys. And if we were on top of this Stratosphere here, this is what it looks like from above. And you can see the strip down here. Now, I mean, in my opinion here, the location here is, to me, it's not like probably the best because look at it. We're surrounded by like, there's really nothing. I feel like there's nothing here. So when you're up here, you're just looking at pretty much flat land, you know, there's not much to look at. I think if this was like more like kind of like down that way, it would be probably a better view. But nonetheless, guys, this is just Stratosphere here. Now we are walking down the strip of Las Vegas. We're gonna walk by all the big casinos. This is what I'm excited for. This is the stop. This is the trip that I'm super excited for. And guys, to our left, you see a treasure island, one of the hotel here. And we're passing the wind here. As we're walking through the strip of Las Vegas, we have to talk about the casinos here. So Las Vegas is home to more than 20 largest hotels in the world. It has over 150,000 room and 160,000 slot machines. Even the airport has their own slot machine. I remember when I went to Vegas, as soon as I got off my gate, my terminal, I guess you could say, boom, there was a slot machine. We had the Mirage here. Here is the Treasure Island. Let's go. I remember the Treasure Island has like a show with like pirates. When I went there, like back in 2000. So this got to be where they do the show here. Like I don't know if they still do a show here, but when I was there in 2000, there was like a pirate show they do in front of here. Oh look, we got a Trump Tower in the back. That is the Treasure Island. The oldest hotel in Vegas is called the Golden Gate Hotel. It opened back in 1906. Now I don't know if that hotel is still open or not, but that's the oldest. That was the oldest hotel. And guys, right here is the Venetian, which is the second largest hotel in the world. If I go back to Vegas, I would like to stay in the Venetian. The Venetian has this kind of like this signature clock tower over here. The Venetian has a total room of 7,092. The first largest hotel is actually in Malaysia, called First World Hotel and Plaza, and that has 7,300 room. And here in Venetian, here's only got 7,092. Now, Macau, China has another Venetian resort hotel. You could say casino. It's like the sister version of it. The one in Macau is larger than the one here in Vegas, but the room here in Vegas is like twice the size. From my understanding, the Macau Venetian was like 3,000 room, and over here is 7,000. You know, so the Macau Venetian is bigger overall size wise, but you know, housing a lot of room. And the Vegas has more room here. There's the Mirage here. The Mirage has which probably cross the street here. Hopefully we don't get hit, but I think this is the volcano. I don't know if they still do the volcano here, but we can kind of raise above here real quick and see. Yeah, that looks like they do the volcano here. So yeah, so the Mirage has like the fake volcano they do. Well, I don't know if they still do it as well. The first casino hotel to be opened on the strip is called the Flamingo Hotel, and that was opened back in 1946. We have a what's wrong with that car? That car is riding underneath the guy. That car is trying to be like Fast and the Furious or something. Totally. We have the Caesar Palace here. When we look at Caesar Palace, it reminds me of The Hangover. You watched that movie? We have now arrived at the Ballagio. The Ballagio water fountain, which is what it's famous for. Now, these fountains can shoot the water up to 460 feet in the air. And but when I did my research here, I read that Bellagio held 2 Guinness World Record. One is for having the most fountain in the world. So the fountain here, there's over 1,200 fountains, and that's one record. And the other record they had, Bellagio held, is the largest chocolate fountain, which stands 27 feet. Now, the Bellagio fountain used to be the tallest in the world. But then Dubai opened their own fountain in 2009. And since then, Dubai fountain is currently like the tallest fountain. It seems like Dubai is literally like taking every single record that's possible here. Every single record possible, they're breaking it. They're taking it. They're taking the title. But guys, this is a Bellagio. Now, here, it doesn't do justice. But, you know, typically there's like when they do the show here, there's like song and the water dance to the song. Here is the fake Eiffel Tower. Las Vegas is the brightest place on earth. All the LED lights here in the city, if we were to combine it together, it would have been 15,000 miles long. And you know, as we're walking on the strip here, hey, look, there's Brittany. There's Brittany. Get closer. There's Brittany, a piece of me. Yeah, but as we walk on the strip, the Las Vegas strip is not really on. It's not really in Las Vegas. He's actually in the town next to it called Paradise. So that's something, a fun fact you guys may not know here. If we were to walk the entire strip, it is roughly 4.2 miles long. And roughly about 42 million visitors come to Vegas annually. And there's a lot of things you could do in Vegas besides gambling. You know, majority of people that comes to Vegas, 48% comes to Vegas for vacation. And only 5% come to Vegas for gambling, and 11% comes for a convention. So there is a lot of convention being held here in Vegas. And as it's getting darker, you know, this whole place is gonna light up, which I can't wait. And you see the MGM here. The MGM is the third largest hotel in the world. It has a total room of 6,852 across 30 floors. We got Walgreens. You guys are sick. You guys have stomach. You guys stomach ache. Go to Walgreens right here. The MGM has a gambling area floor of 170,000 square feet. And as we walk into MGM, there's this big old bronze statue of I'm about to say a dragon, a lion, as we walking close to it. But let's check out, hey guys, look at here. We got New York on this side here. This bronze sculpture right here of a lion is the largest bronze sculpture in the US, and it weighs 50 ton. That is the bronze statue from the MGM. Here's MGM here. MGM is very famous here. I would say the Ballagio MGM is probably the most famous, recognizable hotel casino here in Vegas here. Back in 2019, majority of the visitor came from California, Texas, and Washington. And guys, this is the Statue of Liberty here. We were just at New York not too long ago. This is a mini replica of it. You know, it's not as big as the original one, but we get the we got the idea over here. It has even New York here has its own roller coaster. Look at that. We got the Empire State Building, and over here is the Excalibur here. So Excalibur here, guys. Back in 2013, some guy won 39.7 million from a slot machine, and he only $100. And this is the hotel in 2013. Can you believe that? I spent $100 on slot machine and I win 39.7 million. Jesus, man. Here is T-Mobile Arena, an arena that opened in 2016 with a capacity of 20,000. So it looks like T-Mobile is the new hotspot when it comes to like shows. Prior to T-Mobile, it was like MGM. And MGM was hosting a lot of like, you know, UFCs, boxing. And then now that T-Mobile opened, we had to make our way to the Luxor Pyramid right here. You guys see that light beaming the sky here? When I mentioned that Las Vegas is like the brightest place on earth, this beam here is the brightest thing you can see from space here. So roughly about 22,000 conventions are being held annually here in Vegas. And you know, that's where most of the people, I guess, come to Vegas for. Like 11% comes for the convention. And then there's roughly about like 50 wedding chapels all over Las Vegas, Hard Rock Cafe. And then I don't know if this facts is right when I was looking it up, but it says here about 300 weddings take place every day. And I don't know, that number seems a little too high. 300 weddings, like a lot of people get married that much. But I don't know, man. When I hear people get married at Vegas, I don't feel like it's like a serious wedding at all. I feel like marriage doesn't last long when you're married at Vegas. that's just my opinion. But you can see the Luxor light from this far distant over here. That's like we see the MGM down there. And it looks like here the go-to food to eat here is shellfish. Shellfish is roughly about 60,000 pounds are consumed every single day. People come here to eat for. And I mean, when I come to Vegas, I don't eat those stuff because they're hella expensive and that's out of my budget, so I don't eat that type of thing. But yeah, but 60,000 pounds a day. Here we're walking to the Bellagio again. Hey, someone say Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. And then we got the water fountain here at night, all light up. Look at this. Now the strip is all light up. This is what, look at this blue light here. Wow, just admire this right here. Yeah, we come to watch the fountain show. It's better to watch that at night than it is during the daytime. We gotta watch out. And you know, in Vegas, when we're walking the strip, there's like people who dress up in costume, and what they want is you to take a picture with them, and then they charge you for the pictures. So don't you ever, that's like one thing to do. So let's not fall for it. Don't fall for that stuff, man. When I went to Vegas, people were like, oh yeah, let's take a picture with me. I'm like, no, you're gonna charge me. Sure enough, they will. But Yeah, I don't do that type of things. Don't fall for that stuff. You see people dressed like Spider-Man and stuff to attract the kids, and that's where the kids take a picture, and yes, they're charging, and the parents have to pay. Yeah, that's what happened. Welcome to the second tallest Ferris wheel in the world, the High Roller. The height of this Ferris wheel is 550 feet. So to put that in perspective, the Navy Pier Ferris wheel was a little under 200 feet. This one has 550. So this one is twice the height of the Navy Pier Ferris wheel here. Opened in 2014, and the first, well, it used to be the first tallest Ferris wheel, but now it's second. The first tallest Ferris was taking place to actually take place in, again, Dubai. Dubai opened own Ferris wheel in 2021. Think about it. Dubai take the fountain title, the Ferris wheel title, the skyscraper title. Look at Dubai's taking everything, and even from here you can still see the Luxor height light here. And as you can see, we standing still watching, the Ferris wheel is spinning. Now it's said that when you go to this ride here, one full circle is approximately 30 minutes. So I mean, that's a cool ride to go. 30 minutes is a good ride. It's not like a super quick ride, so you get to sit there and enjoy a little bit, enjoy the sight, and then we should probably go to the very top of it and see what it looks like if we were to go there. This is the top of the Ferris wheel if we were to go. This is the sight you guys see here. This is the sight here. Look at the sight here. I think this sight here is better than the sight you see at the Stratosphere, because all the way over there there's really nothing to see here. Over here, this is a good sight here. You can see the water fountain. You can still see the light. You can see pretty much almost pretty major casino over here. And that is called the High Roller, guys. You guys probably heard of Macau, China. Now, Macau is like another Vegas, but in Asia. And it's fairly new. It's newer than Las Vegas here. It was opened around, I believe, 06, 07, around that area. Around that year, I should say. And in 07, Macau revenue was like way more than Vegas. Just to put in perspective here, I think the numbers I see here, this is like in 2019, but like in 2019, the revenue alone in Macau was 28 billion, and the revenue in Vegas was 6.4 billion. So the gambling in Macau is very serious, and since 07, Macau has been the gambling capital in the world. And that's because China has from what I understand here, most of the gambling comes from China, and China has a lot of rich people, and so they come to Macau and they gamble, and the environment of Macau and the environment of Vegas are completely two different things. Even though they both have like light up casinos and all that huge casino, the Macau environment, you pretty much go to Macau just for gambling, and that's it. Like there's nothing to do really outside the casino besides gambling. Vegas, opposite. You don't have to gamble. Yes, there's a lot of things you can do outside of gambling, and it's like more like a family type kind of oriented, I guess you could say. It's not just for an adult only, but Macau is you go to Macau, it's just strictly gambling. That is it. And I heard that Macau is trying to improve that. They're trying to make like more trying to make it more activities you can do besides gambling, but they're still far behind Vegas when it comes to that. So like when it comes to like having fun in general, party, Las Vegas is it. You go for gambling, it's Macau. And there's Venetian again. Now, speaking of Macau, again, Macau has a Venetian in Macau that is bigger than here, size-wise, but less room. And guys, that is the Las Vegas Strip here. This is by far my favorite video to do here, just because I just love Vegas. And I really hope you guys enjoyed, learned something new. Some of my facts are maybe incorrect. I got all my facts from Google. And some of them are wrong. I got corrected. But guys, that is Las Vegas here. What a perfect night here in Vegas. You can see how far the light shines walking back. Now, there's supposed to be more cars, more people here walking, but Apparently not. It's just me. This is like when the COVID happened right here. This is like a pandemic happened right here. Less people, not a lot of stuff going on here. But guys, I will catch you guys at the airport, because the next stop what we're gonna do is in LA. So I'll catch you guys at the airports. All right. So I'd like to give a big thanks to all the Platinum Premier Plus members for joining us today. Hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, Tang Airline, let your unqualified pilots take you places. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Captain signing out. Peace.